Paxton with Bedford County Republican Party, sitting down with Drew Reed, who is running for the assessor's office position. So, Drew, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am married to Molly for 27 years this year. I have three children. I am on the Bedford County GOP as a member at large, and I am a deputy assessor at the Bedford County Property Assessor's Office. I work in GIS and mapping, and also, if the need arises, I do some IT work, customer service, anything like that we need in the office. I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, all right. So, thank you for that. So, we're
Sure.
going to get into our questions here. So, our first one is, what is one of the difficulties that you see with the assessor's office?
One of the difficulties that I see is basically two-pronged, be personal and office. On the personal side, it would be for those taxpayers whenever they come in and they may have a concern about their value or their assessment, and they say that they can't really afford the taxes, or they believe that there might be a discrepancy. And of course, that always is hard to hear. So what I will do is kind of what we're doing in reappraisal right now. And that's what we'll sit down with the community member, go over their card, make sure everything is correct on there. And if something is taken away, or they might have torn something down, or even the square footage or bathrooms or anything like that could have a possible impact on the value of their home. We'll go through that, and then after whatever comes back in, I'll refigure up their tax rate or with what their tax bill should be. And still, if they need any additional resources after that, what I'll do is I'll send them to the trustee's office, and Tanya will talk to them about any kind of programs or services that they might be able to be eligible for. And then on the office side, definitely communication on that as far as getting our information out there. That's something I'm really excited about as far as my background in technology and IT is kind of updating the website from what it has been, Facebook page, and kind of like with the other assessors offices that are out there, their website, they have different links to valuable information, different key dates, information about personal property or real property, just different things that you might need to know.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm looking forward to with that.
Very well. Okay. So, our second question is, what do you see changing in the assessor's office that would be helpful?
That kind of segues into the next thing with that is technology, especially technology wise. I have several things that I've already been working on. I've already been working with the state as far as updating our greenbelt layers and pulling in the information so that we can have the most current up-to-date information as far as like whenever they split off land or we work on different things with that. It'll bring in all their land grades. And even there's also some AI tools or plugins that can kind of piggyback off of what we already have. And that's just on the mapping side. And then there's also other things that would scan the whole county and let us know that there's different changes that we don't have on our card. And so then with that, what we could do is that would save the field people time, because during that 5-year reappraisal cycle, we could go ahead and get that taken care of because we would already know about it. And then also on the office side with the deed part, there's also certain programs with that where I can upload that deed to an AI deed plotter program, and what it'll do is it'll show any kind of discrepancies with that even before we process the deed, so that way we can get it fixed on the front end and not have to worry about it later on. So, I mean, I know I try to treat everything like if it was my deed, I would want it correct, and I would want it correct to begin with, and not have to fix anything with anything else like that. But just with those things, and even other parts of the office. But I think that technology-wise would be a great benefit.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, our third question is, are we looking at reappraisals changing down the road?
I think it's definitely a possibility. Um, are we looking at it? Yes, definitely something, because I know that Rhonda and the county commission talked about right before she retired, and they voted just to kind of keep it in that 5 year cycle. But there's different things that the state is doing right now, where you can break apart from that, and you can do a lesser cycle and then have an indexing in between, which is basically like a mini reappraisal. So you'll catch that current market value instead of having that big jump at the 5 years. And also, what you could do, it would be to take that 5 year visual reinspection and kind of bring it down to a 4 and just make everything equal. So there's only one county that I know of right now that's doing that, and that's Sullivan County. And I would be a little apprehensive just to say right off the bat that yes, we're going to change that,
Right.
when there's really no other data out there that would help us to understand that. Would it be a good thing to do that, or is there problems? Is there bugs? I would want to wait, just like with the other programs, just to wait to see if all the bugs are worked out before we do that, and just to get all that data in and then make a decision. Because basically, what the process would be for that is the assessor is going to have to get with the state, come up with a plan to change the the reappraisal times, and then that gets submitted to the State Board of Equalization, and it also gets submitted to the mayor and the county commission for everyone to decide whether we're going to be doing it. So, could we do it? Yes. Are we going to do it? Maybe. We'll just see when that time comes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, very well. Well, thank you. And again, just wanted to say, sitting down with Drew, who is running for the assessor's office. Drew Reed. I should have put that whole
That's
name
all
in there.
right.
Drew Reed, who is running for the assessor's office, and just wanted to say thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you very much. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you.